Hey, kitten caboodles, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 14, Episode 5 review. Last night's episode was hilarious. Y'all, I just finished watching it and I cackled. Cackled. So let's get right into it. Kyle visits Jennifer Tilly at her playhouse, mind you. Jennifer Tilly says she owns several homes. She has a home in Vegas because her and her boyfriend are poker players. Then she has another crib, I want to say like in Mexico somewhere, but she said they don't go to that house because it's a ghost in there. And the ghost don't like for them to come bothering her or him. Just sell it. If the ghost run the house and the ghost don't feel like being bothered with y'all, sell it. Then she got two homes in LA that are right next door to each other. And she invited Kyle over to the playhouse where Tiffany, the Chucky doll, was at having drinks with them. I mean, this lady is a good time. Sign me up because I need to be BFFs with Jennifer Tilly. Okay, she lives an amazing life. Sutton joins them and they chit-chatting and talking about Dorit and all of that stuff that went down between Sutton and Dorit on last week's episode that I didn't film because you all know I was sick. But Kyle says that she's throwing a denim and diamonds party. It's her first party without Mo. So she's nervous about it because, you know, she hasn't done anything like this without him ever before. But it was mighty funny to me that she decided to throw a denim and diamonds party, even though we not mentioning she who will not be named, even though the theme of the party is everything that she is. I wonder, was she there hiding in the cut somewhere? I bet you she was. I'm like, Kyle, if you just don't step into your butch lesbianness and represent for the LGBTQ community, girl, and get over it. Erika visits Dorit at her house. Erika is funny to me because Dorit's son was about to leave to go to tennis practice, and she was like, what's the little boy named Phoenix? I think that's his name. She was like, bye, Phoenix. It was a pleasure to see you again. Or it was nice to see you. Like, who talks to an 8-year-old like that? Not it was nice to see you again. But Erika, what the hell is wrong with you? So her and Dorit talk, and Dorit says that she hasn't spoken to PK in 2 weeks. And this goes back to everything that I said on my last review, that PK is about to be a non-existent child. He is not going to be fooling with them kids. He is old man. He about to be out here thotting and bopping with whatever trash he can find on Hollywood Boulevard. And he just about to be one of them old, greasy old men that out here dating little 20-year-old skanks. Like, he ain't going to be pulling like no decent 20, 30-year-old girls. They're going to all look like they skanks, okay? And the fact that he has not spoken to her in 2 weeks also lets you know he ain't spoke to his kids in 2 weeks, which says a lot about him. Okay. Sutton helps Garcelle move some things into her beach house. Remember a few seasons ago, she purchased it and it was, you know, run down, needed renovations. It took her almost 2.5 years to do it. The beach house is spectacular. She actually just did a full house tour on bravo.com. I'm gonna see if I can do a reaction video to it for you all because the before and after is crazy. She actually tore it down to rebuild it, and she made it bigger than what it was because it looked like the first version might have just been one floor and a basement, but now she has 3 levels. So she did the dang on thing. It is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So her and Sutton sit and they talk, and Garcelle says that she doesn't think that Dorit had anything to do with the robbery, but that someone else did, and that Dorit was at the wrong place at the wrong time, basically insinuating that she thinks that PK was the one that did it. Now, PK over the weekend, made a statement on social media basically saying that Garcelle need to worry about her own business and stop coming up with these conspiracy theorists, basically. We all know, I've said this since day one, I didn't believe that robbery was a real thing. Now, whether or not Dorit was in on it, I have always stood firm that robbery was not real. It was just simply not real. I can see PK doing some mess like that for financial reasons because their money is funny right now. You know, they're about to get put out that house. Their house is in foreclosure, pre-foreclosure. He got all these lawsuits and debts and gambling debts and all of these things. So this divorce is about to be a financial mess for the both of them. And I can see him doing some like insurance fraud to get some form of money. So I think that Garcelle isn't wrong for saying what she did. It's something that we've all thought about. And I'm sure that the other women felt the same way. They just not brave enough to say it. And this isn't anything new that we know that she felt like that robbery wasn't legit. She's already said this before. Now I know that this season Garcelle and Sutton are really getting it from the fans. I told y'all that this was going to happen. They're both of them are not having a good season as far as being favorable to the audience. Y'all know that I had issues with Garcelle and the snide comments that she has been making towards Dorit, even though I feel like her feelings are very valid. I'm never going to forget last season and the microaggressions and everything that Dorit spewed her way. You know, in the beginning, Dorit stayed coming for Garcelle. You know, they've had their issues, and then, you know, the stuff with her son and with that Dorit and Erika situation with her son and all of that stuff, and how Mauricio and PK and them was laughing about the whole entire situation. I get why Garcelle don't F with her, but my thing with Garcelle is, if she would have came into the season on some, I ain't forgot about X, Y, and Z, and this is why I don't F with you, I think it would have came across clearer and more understandable to the audience that I still feel some type of way. I ain't over that. Because right about now, it's just coming across like she just saying stuff to start a issue with her, instead of just keeping it funky and being like, this why I don't mess with you. And until we can get past that or come to some type of understanding, I can't really vibe with you for real. I think that's the biggest mistake that Garcelle has made thus far this season. So Erika talks to her therapist about Sutton and why she feels like Sutton, when she feels left out, often flips out on the group. And that she may even have a personality disorder, because she says she got one too. I don't think that Sutton has a personality disorder. I think that Sutton has taken a lot from these women, aka Erika, and that she not going back down, period. Can Sutton be a little annoying and over the top and extra sometimes? Yes. But this is Sutton. It's who she is. And I love Sutton. You're not going to ever get me to hate Sutton ever, ever, ever. Or Garcelle. So Erika says, I've tried to move on and be like, that's in the past, but why do I get triggered like that by her? And her therapist says, I think it's less about Sutton and more so about the women in general, and how she feels like her relationship is with them overall. And Erika says, I didn't get a pizza party when I left Tom. You know, I'm sitting up here doing all this for Kyle, but wasn't nobody there for me. And like the therapist had to remind her, well, you didn't have this kosher breakup divorce. Like, your stuff was filled with a lot of legal issues, lies, manipulation, stealing, and all type of stuff. Like, girl, you wasn't gonna get that. You shouldn't have gotten that. You know what I'm saying? And like her therapist had to remind her, you didn't make it any better by adding on to the situation with being cold, with being bitchy, with being mean, and all of those things. And Erika was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, she is right, ma'am. She is most definitely right. You didn't even give people the opportunity to try to feel sorry for you, because you just automatically came in heated on go, feeling like you had to thump your chest and show these bitches that I ain't to be messed with. And it's like, girl, get somewhere and sit down. Because you're not. Period. So it's the day of Kyle's denim and diamond party. Camille Grammer comes, And she was like, how are you? And Kyle was like, I'm good. It's kind of weird, me doing this party by myself for the first time. Mo got his own little bachelor pad and, he don't have no responsibilities. And Camille says, it's a party for them, girl, midlife crisis. They having fun, the young girls, and been there, done that. I'd have been through that. Here go Kyle in her confessional talking about, I think that Camille is projecting a bit. Has Mo done a few things that I could live without on the internet? Yes, but Camille and I's situation are very different. I mean, it could be a lot worse. First of all, bitch, you're reaching, because y'all relationships and the way that they're playing out in the media are a lot the same. She's not projecting anything. You didn't like it coming from Camille because Camille is attached to the prophecy that psychic gave to you season 1. That's why you don't want to admit that or agree with anything that she got to say, okay? But Camille ain't projecting anything. Kelsey cheated on her with a younger woman, left her and humiliated her and all of this type of stuff. You, from what we know, did the humiliating to Mo. Because if Mo had been cheating on you, which we all feel that was the case, you kept it under wraps. You protected him. And instead of saying that when you first started alluding to the fact that y'all was having marital problems, you kept on sweeping stuff under the rug, acting like stuff wasn't happening, and then was out here being seen numerous times with another woman. So in the public eyes, it looked like you were the one doing the cheating, and you were the one that decided to leave your husband for some cootie cat, okay? And then your husband said, I bet you out here doing you, I'm gonna start doing me. That's the only difference here. But don't act like you ain't been embarrassed by the moves that Mo was making, because you felt some type of way when you saw him holding that lady from Dancing with the Stars hand and was caught kissing her. You felt some type of way when he replaced your picture in y'all house with her. And then just today, he was seen hooking up with some other little young chick, kissing her, holding her hand. Mauricio was outside. He ain't never coming back. Mauricio gonna fuck around and have another kid, okay? Mauricio about to get him a little young tenderoni. He about to be out here and he gonna have a whole nother family. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. And Kyle is not going to be able to handle it. I don't care how she feel about that little butch leprechaun lesbian she dating. She cannot handle seeing Mo move on with his life. Because if you could handle it, you wouldn't even brought that up to Camille about him having a bachelor pad and all of this type of stuff. That wouldn't even came out your mouth. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, don't do Camille. You got plenty of other reasons to hate on her, but that ain't one of them. So Erika and Dorit arrived together. Dorit, I need that whole outfit from head to toe. The hat, the Gucci denim top, the Gucci vintage pants that were suede and leather with the brown leather on the trim and the zipper. And then I don't know if that was a Louis Vuitton bag. It didn't look like it. It looked like a Dior, like Western saddle bag. The whole outfit was cunty. Yes. Come on, Dorit. Woo. Then Kathy came, honey, with the Valentino silver rhinestone rock stud bag. I have two Valentino rock studs. Mine are the leather versions, and I have a black and a red, honey. And I was able to get mine for $2,000 and something a piece. But that damn crystal one go for almost $5,000, and it's a beauty. It was just shimmering in the light. Oh, it was just stunning. So Garcelle is getting a tattoo, and she tells Sutton that, Kyle told her that PK be texting her. And Sutton was like, well, Kyle told me she knows that they talk. And Garcelle was like, if it was me, like, absolutely not. Like, yeah, we were a couple friends, but then when me and my mate separate, that got to stop. She was like, I think it's a little weird. But Sutton was on the end of, they friends. She was like, she ain't talked to Sutton in months. Maybe she feel closer to PK. I'm with Garcelle. We don't play them type of games as black women in general. Like, all that, you talking on the phone with my husband and y'all texting each other. For what? For what? Now, husbands, yeah. But y'all, no, we're not doing that. Only way that's going down is if my husband and my friend were besties before we got together. If y'all didn't become couple friends until we became couple friends, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. No. So I do think it's very inappropriate, especially how you can text and call the Kyle, but you can't text and call me, the mother of your kids, your wife. Oh, hell to the another fucking. Because let Kyle find out Mauricio and Dorit on the phone texting and stuff. Now, did y'all hear and see the photographs of Dorit allegedly leaving Mauricio's apartment? Now, we don't know if it's true or not, but it was a photograph of Dorit in the car leaving from the garage early in the morning. Don't have valid proof of it. That's why I ain't did no video. But I want it to low-key happen. I want it to low-key happen. So Bose suggests to Dorit and Erika that everybody sit down and have a conversation, since it's a big thing about don't talk behind each other's backs, right? So the whole group sit down, and Sutton kick things off by saying that, she feel like they all talking behind each other's back and they're supposed to be sisters and have this sisterhood and stuff. And Erika was like, well, since we're all being open and honest, you're volatile. And surprisingly, Jennifer Tilly in her confessional says, I agree with the verbiage about Sutton being volatile. And I was like, oh, so that says a lot about Sutton. Do I think that Sutton is volatile? I personally don't, based off what we've seen on television. Do I think that she could be high strung? Do I think that she could be very passionate about the things that she believes in? Yes. Volatile? No, absolutely not. And coming from Erika, that's rich. And that's exactly what I would have told her. Coming from you, that's rich, okay? Kyle can be called volatile with her hitting on folks and doing all the stupid shit that she be doing. But Sutton, no, I wouldn't say that Sutton is volatile at all. So Dorit says, but sometimes you overreact when you are stressed. That's not being volatile, though. And Sutton get to yelling. And I was like, see, Sutton, you ain't really helping, because Sutton was on 10. Like, she is pissed. All right. And Dorit asks her not to yell at her, because this is not a yelling conversation. We're supposed to be having a conversation. Let's talk, but be respectful to one another. So I had to give it to Dorit for that, because Sutton, like, who you talking to? Don't be raising your voice at me like you crazy. You tripping. So Sutton was like, sometimes you don't listen. And Erika said, but that's 10 years. She ain't never gonna listen. Garcelle was like, exactly. And Dorit looked at her like, okay, bitch, you've been chiming in a little bit too much. But I can't even be mad at Garcelle for that, because that's something that Garcelle has been saying about Dorit for forever. And it was true tea. And I get where Erika coming from. Like, that's Dorit. This never gonna change. I get that, but that don't mean that just because she's not going to change it that I can't point it out. Okay? So, Sutton then starts speaking to Dorit in a very condescending tone. But I was like, okay, well, since you don't want me to yell, I'll talk about this. How about that? Is that fine for you? And Dorit was calling her out on that. And Sutton was being very condescending. And Sutton says, listen, you're not mad at me. You're angry at your life. It is not my fault. You're in the position you're in. And I was like, God damn, Sutton. But once again, this is Sutton and Dorit. I don't give a fuck about Sutton reading Dorit, because Sutton and Dorit been going back and forth since the beginning of time. So this ain't nothing new. And Dorit honestly don't get a pass just because she going through a divorce, because she ain't never gave a fuck about nothing else that nobody else been going through. So a lot of people was getting on Sutton on social media, but I ain't mad at Sutton for that. Now, do I think that what she was saying to Dorit was plausible? No, because I don't think that Dorit has exhibited that type of behavior towards her where she's coming at her, attacking her, or being angry because of what's going on in her life. I think that shit that happened on the bus was Dorit and Sutton being Dorit and Sutton, constantly bickering one another. Yeah, they had a cute moment, but at the root of it, they don't really fuck with each other or get along. So everybody was like, oh, that was a low blow. Even here go Kyle talking about in her confessional, I agree, but I'm not gonna say that right now. And that's because you a fake ass hoe. Period. Okay? So Dorit was like, I'm being open and truthful and transparent. My life sucks right now. I'm not in a good place right now. And I have zero tolerance for bullshit. Okay? It's as simple as that. How's that for being transparent, open, and honest? What else? And she sat back. I said, you come on, Dorit. Come on, Dorit, okay? She got Sutton together, okay? And I'm not team neither one of them because I just enjoyed the banter of it all. But Dorit is giving it this season. Yes. It was that, what else? Like, what else you got, bitch? Let's go. I'm ready. So Bose steps in and was like to Sutton, but we also can weaponize in moments of vulnerability. That's not fair. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying, Bose, but you need to sit back and simmer because you don't know the full backstory, or maybe you do know. I don't know, but this is Sutton and Dorit, and this has been going on for years, and she ain't weaponized nothing against her. And if she did, oh well, because Dorit has weaponized stuff against people for years. So Bose, I get it, but fall back, mama. So Camille jumps in and was like, I'm sorry, excuse me. I just want to say, years ago, my house burnt down and I lost my assistant of many, many years. And, I didn't get a lot of compassion or empathy from some people. I mean, Dorit. And Dorit said, honey, you were a total cunt to me. Baby! Put it on the glass. Put it on the glass. I said, you better not miss words, Miss Dorit. Baby, Garcelle said, damn. And what's her name? Camille said, you called me a fucking cunt? She said, no, I called you a stupid, okay? Baby, then Garcelle said, wow. Like she was not ready. And then Dorit said, I said it as a joke and you knew it. And you just used it because you needed a moment. Now, this was during that one scene where she was being funny, calling, Camille the CUNT or whatever. Do I think that she was being serious? I think there was some truth to it, but I do think that she was trying to be funny in the moment, even though it came across kind of like tasteless. So the fact that Camille brought it up, those are her feelings. I can't even really be mad at it. So Camille says the person that takes selfies all the time, they have to wait hours to show up to events because you're taking photo shoots. Dorit said, and she said, where have you been, Camille? What are you doing here? Baby, I live for this, Dorit, honey. I live. Camille said, you've always been condescending to me. I did feel sorry for you when you came to my house with her. What the fuck is her name? Erika said, Erika. My name is Erika. It's the fact that she didn't remember Erika's name. Baby, Camille Grammer will forever be a superstar in my eyes. Because as glamorous and over the top and well known Erika Jane is and thinks that she is, baby, Camille was like, who is this poor woman? Who is this wannabe pop star? who is this YouTuber? Who is she? What is she? What is going on? She's what? Girl, all Camille saw was poor. So Sutton says, Dorit, I'll be there for you, if you ever need me. And I sincerely mean that. And Dorit says, I want to believe you, but actions speak louder than words. And Sutton was like, same for you, honey. So they basically didn't get anywhere. Okay. And next week's episode is going to be just as good because Dorit going to find out that PK and Kyle been texting each other and it's about to go down. Baby, Dorit get a gold star for tonight's episode. Camille, comic relief. Love the rich booziness of it all. I lived for tonight's episode. I'm going to give last night's episode an A. It was funny AF. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. Let's talk about it down below. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know when my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.